Berachos Daf Nun Hey, the Gemara tells us that there are three things that you do that opens up your file in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu looks into you. If you put yourself in a danger, you sit underneath a leaning wall. If you tell HaKadosh Baruch Hu, look what my friend did to me, take care of him. In other words, you tell HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm perfect, take care of that guy, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to look into you. And if you tell HaKadosh Baruch Hu, my tefillah was so great, why don't you accept my tefillah? That's Iyun tefillah, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu looks into you. But you should have kavanah, you should lengthen your davening, and perhaps the davening will be accepted. As long as the Beis Hamikdash existed, the Mizbeach gave us a kapara. We brought korbanos to the Mizbeach. Today we don't have a Beis Hamikdash, so it's our table. When we bring poor people to our table and feed them, the Gemara tells us there's a list of 10 things that bring hemorrhoids. One of them is sitting in a bathroom in a squatting position. But we said that going to the bathroom is a really good thing for medicinal reasons. Says the Gemara, yes, if you sit on a toilet like we have today, that's good. A lengthy stay is good, but squatting is not good. The Gemara tells us that there was a matronisa, a noble woman, who told Rabbi Yehuda bar Elai, she says, it seems like you're making a lot of money, you're so happy, you're probably selling pig, you're probably a loan shark. And he says, no, I swear that I don't do that. But from my house to the Beis HaMedrash, there are 24 bathrooms, and I make a stop in each one to check my body. In other words, it's a good thing to go to the bathroom. There are three things that shorten a person's life. If a person refuses to read from the Torah, Torah is chayenu, it's our life, so if you don't do it, you get the reverse. A person who refuses to lead the Zimon when they ask him to lead, and a person who uses his position as a rabbi and uses it in the wrong way, like Yosef Atzadik, he was punished. They took off 10 years of his life for every time that his brothers said the word Abdecha Avinu, your servant, our father, and he didn't protest. There are three that need rachamim, a good king, a good year, and a good dream, which we're going to discuss at length soon. There are three that HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself decrees. That is, if there's famine, or the opposite of famine, there's plentiful, a lot of fruit, and the leader of the community, the Reish Kahal. HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't put somebody in the position to lead the community unless the community agrees. Like HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu, do you agree that I should put Betzalel in place? And Moshe Rabbeinu said, if he's good for you, he certainly is good for me. Hashem said that's not enough. So ask Klal Yisrael. So he asked Klal Yisrael, and Klal Yisrael said the same thing. If he's good, by the way, Betzalel is only 13 years old then. If he's good for you, Moshe Rabbeinu, and for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he's certainly good for us. Moshe Rabbeinu, some say he was actually testing Betzalel. He reversed the words of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He said to Betzalel, first make a Aron, then the Kalim, and then the Mishkan. And Betzalel said, Moshe Rabbeinu, he used those words. He called him by his name, Moshe Rabbeinu. Are you sure that's what Hashem said? First you have to build a house, then you put the vessels in there. And Moshe told him, are you sure you're not Bitzel Kel? You sure you weren't in the shadow of Hashem when you heard this? How did you come up with this yourself? Betzalel had tremendous chachma. He knew how to take the letters that HaKadosh Baruch Hu used to create the world, the tziruf oisiyos. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Gemara says, only gives wisdom to people that have wisdom. And here comes the amazing sugya of dreams, a very lengthy sugya. Rav Chizda says numerous quotes regarding dreams. First of all, the worst dream a person can have is when he's dreaming that he is in a fast, he's fasting. A dream that nobody deciphered is great. It's like a letter that hasn't been opened. Once you open it, then the problems start. Good dreams, bad dreams, they don't happen 100% as you dream them. A bad dream is better than a good dream. When a person has a bad dream and he's sad about it, that sadness is actually the kapara and does away with the dream. On the reverse side, if a person has a good dream and he feels all good about himself, that actually takes away from his sechar. A bad dream is worse than getting malchus. We learn from Yosef Atzadik that not everything that you dream comes true, because he's talking in his dream about his mother bowing and his mother wasn't alive anymore. And you learn from Yosef Atzadik that sometimes it can take 22 years for a good dream to come true. A tzaddik such as David HaMelech never dreams a good dream, and a rasha like Achitophel never dreams a bad dream. It says in the pasuk, "Lisunu elecha ra." We learn from this pasuk that even if a tzaddik dreams a good dream, he'll forget it by the time he wakes up, and therefore it's not considered a dream. And when the pasuk says "V'neger lo yikra ba'alecha," it's referring to when a person comes back from a long trip, he should not find his wife in a state of a safek nida. Any person that doesn't dream any dream at all for 7 days, he's considered bad. If a person is really worried about his dream, he should go in front of 3 people that they should do hatavas chalaim. They should make his chalaim better, and he should tell them, I saw a really good dream. And they tell him, Tavahu v'tavahu heavy, it's a great dream, it should be good, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu should seal it with 7 seals, 7 gzeros that it's good, and he should say 3 psukim that are the reverse, 3 about redemption, peduyos, and 3 shlumos, like we say in V'yitin Lecha. The Gemara tells us 3 friends, Ameimar, Mar Zutra, and Rav Ashi, were sitting together, and they said, why don't we each say a statement that the others have never heard? So the first one got up and he said, if you don't know what the dream means and you're worried about the dream, so you should say in the Hiratzain, when there's Birkus Kehanim, and that's what we do today on Yantev, there's a Hiratzain that says, I'm yours, my dreams are yours, etc. Very long Hiratzain, and you're supposed to finish off that Hiratzain with everybody as they're saying Amen. But if you missed the boat and they don't say Amen on your Hiratzain, so then you're supposed to say, the second one gets up and said, whoever is afraid of an ayin hara should take his thumbs and grab the thumb of the other hand, and then he should say, I'm so and so, Mizera Yosef, I'm a descendant of Yosef. Even if you're not a direct descendant, you probably have some Yosef blood in you, and therefore Yosef Atzadik, his descendants don't have ayin hara. If you're worried about your own ayin hara, try to steer at your left nostril. And then the third one gets up and said, a sick person should not announce and tell everybody about his disease on the first day. But after that, he should, so that people should daven for him and be healed through their davening. And as Rava, he was once sick, and he told his Gabbai, don't tell anybody the first day. But after that, he said, tell everybody, whoever loves Rava should daven for Rava, and whoever hates Rava should be happy that Rava is sick. Because when an enemy is happy that somebody's sick, that disease disappears. Shmuel says that when he had a bad dream, he would say the pasuk, "Chaloim shavi daberu." Chaloim are shtusim; they're nothing. On the other hand, when he had a good dream, he would say it in a question, "Chaloim shavi daberu." What? Chaloim are nothing, and in fact, it says in the pasuk, "Chaloim daber bay." You should consider dreams. Rava had the contradiction. Do you consider dreams of Chaloim shavi daberu? And he said, well, if the dream comes from a malach, then you know it's true. If it comes from a shade, then you know it's false. Rebbe Benah says, in Yerushalayim there are 24 people that knew how to be paiser chaloimos. They knew how to decipher dreams, and he went to them, and each one gave him different opinions about the dream, 24 different ones, and all 24 came true, and will continue with dreams tomorrow. Be'ez Hashem, have a wonderful day.